Hey, what's up? We're back with a quick sword workout today. Basically, I need to be at work soon. It took me a little while to get the truck running. If you saw the stream last night, you know I needed to get my truck running. Turn this a little bit. What's up, everybody? Yo, Jeff, what's up? I'll get to chat in 1 second. We're doing sets of 100. Actually, you know what? We're doing sets of 120 with the longsword. Be on chat. See who tuned in just a second. It's about 105. Yo, alright. So that's 120. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, Joey? Oh, it's a quick one today. I gotta be at work here pretty soon. And get in as many as we can. Uh-oh. You know what? The camera's gonna be backwards. We're at 107,000 though hits in 36 days. That's including about a week's worth of time off. Here we go. Whoa. Sword got stuck on the camera there. Alright. What's up, Ellis, Brian, Austin, E-Hub, Direct? What up, everybody? Yo, Mac. Yo, Mike. Whoops, missed it. We won't count that one. Alright. The first 3 sets we're going to do with the longsword. Hey! Thanks for hitting that like button. Thanks for smashing that. You get the salute. Who that be? Who's in that like? David Fernandez, what's up? What's up there, Alan? Bastard user, what's up? Whoa, 377. Who's hitting that like button? Much appreciated. I'll give you a shout out as soon as it lets me know. Because it's not showing me at the moment. Eddie, what's up? Lewis. Let me do a set. Yo, hey, everybody that's tuned in. We're gonna be close to 110,000 hits on this dummy by the end of today. I don't think we're getting to 110 today. We might. Thanks for hitting that like button behind my back. I can't see it. I can see it, but I can't see it. You know what I mean? getting there. Is he gonna show me who's hitting that button? What's up there, Steve? Mohammed? All right, that right there is gonna be 120 times. That was my third set, right? I believe. All right. Should we flip this around so we can see it? We're gonna do some sword and buckler next. Thanks for smashing that like button. Oh, Plague Baby. What's up right here, everybody? Plague Baby in the house. Hey. All right. Yo, Craig. Thanks for that like button. Pablo. What's up, Craig? Thank you for smashing that like button. Now it's telling me NO, or the word no. Was originally doing it, perhaps? I don't know why. TikTok's slacking today. They wouldn't tell me who's doing it. It's hot out here. Getting a little bit of a tan, except on my hands, which is kind of funny. Looking in the mirror, my hands are actually a lot lighter than my arms. What's up, Russ? Next up, we're gonna do left-handed. Thanks for smashing that like button in the meantime. Yo, boo the hurt. Oh, Plague. Way, hey. Dueling's a whole other monster in itself. Boo the hurt. Plague Baby in the house. What's up, everybody? Everybody that's in chat should check them out. The armored fighting community is in full effect before I have to go to work. Yo, what's up, Dylan? You know, I think dueling is such a different sport. I definitely get more worn out doing duels and pro fights than the team stuff. Not always, but usually. I haven't flipped the camera around yet, but this is left-handed because it looks like it's right-handed. I have to mirror the video. Make sure I'm not missing anything in chat. It is, right? Yo, Seamstress, what's up? I'm gonna flip this so it doesn't look backwards. That's better. Oh, doing our usual thing here, huh? Thanks for the like button. Yo, how come I don't hold my buckler out ahead? I do. I do. All right. Not exactly now. So, like I was saying a couple times before, when I'm hitting a dummy, if I'm just kind of, this is for the whole explanation why I'm not holding my buckler out now. If I'm just pressing it against it to get some hits, I usually don't count this as a hit, and I'm doing that, and then I'm counting punches as them, because the hits I'm doing on this dummy are more for like boo hurt MMA fights, right? So I can punch with the shield. However, if you do look at, I'm not saying go look through them because I don't even know where they'd be, they're buried, but when I am doing duels, for buckler duels, I do keep my buckler out and I fight from behind it. I usually go right leg first, and I'm very active with trying to block and cutting down angles. But since the dummy's kind of stuck in place, you know, I really don't hold it just straight out during these practices that we're doing here. But yes, when I'm actually dueling, I do typically hold it out. And we've actually had some talks about that on here, like with Zuki King, who actually just changed his name to Gray Matter. A-frame's my favorite. With sword and shield, for sure. I kind of do it with buckler at times. Depends on who it's against. But good, Gio, if you're still there, and thanks for hitting the like button, Gio. Good question. In the backyard, I'm usually punching with it. But yes, when I do the actual duels, though, I typically do hold it straight out. And sometimes I don't even keep it all out, but I at least keep it out about here. So I sometimes don't like having a straight arm. I like to keep it a little bent, but definitely out there. Because especially when you're blocking. And if I do this fundraiser thing Friday, I got the truck running, so that's out of the way. My daughter's probably gonna stream with me, and I might show you some of the best buckler practice is you don't even hold a sword. You don't even hold a sword. You just hold your buckler, and you have someone swing at you. And I usually keep my hand behind my back. It just so. They just take swings, you just block. You don't even worry about striking. That way, it kind of trains your brains. You know what I mean? Your brain's halves. So one half is like the attack. I don't like to have to think about the attacking half. I like to think about the blocking half. Yeah. Oh man. But Kenyas would be awesome training partners. I would say don't ever put your shield up till you're in range, for one. You know what I mean? Like if you're out of range, then once you're about to where they can hit you, then you put it up. You know, if I'm out of range, I'm always just holding my stuff down like this, because they're not gonna hit me, so why hold it up? Let me get a set of 120 in here. I'm gonna keep an eye on chat. Melee is king. It is. I'm unfortunately kind of out of that business for the most part. Yeah, like one of the #1 teams, or arguably the #1. They are the #1 team right now. But year to year, arguably, definitely always a #1 team. Just trying to keep up this pace halfway to the end of the set. think that was it. A couple at the end there, just in case I lost track of it. I may have forgot to count a couple. What up, Nate? What's up again, Nate? Yo, Nate, part of the original crew. How's it going? I got the truck running. It took longer than I expected. It's working. Now I need to go get it inspected. Tomorrow's live stream, I have to do some of the, I have to fill in some of the body with some putty. Maybe I'll stream that at first. We'll see what time the parts store opens up. Yo, and like, we actually just had this discussion here. Someone was talking about, like, you know, medieval, like, footwork, right? I watched a really good duel, top level duel over the weekend, and they don't care about footwork. Walk around, whatever's comfortable. I generally swing where my feet go. Sometimes if I have no weight on a foot, I even just pick it up off the ground and go like this or something. It makes somebody, maybe they'll stare at my foot. Create a little opening real quick. I just stomp. That's how I go. I stomp around. This is how I walk. And when I'm walking, I'm... Oh, the kids are out riding their bikes. Freshly paved road. So on the agenda today... Thanks, sorry, I missed that the first time. Nate, I got the truck running. I'm getting in. I have about another 40 minutes on here. 40 minutes, I don't know, we'll see. I could do a whole hour. We'll see how it goes. But I need to be able to make sure I get ready for work because I got work tonight. Oh, so after work, we're gonna fix the rest of the truck, which means I have to fill in some of the body. I have to schedule to get inspected. Because there's a big, huge 2-week trip coming up. Next week, as long as I got good cell phone service, we're live streaming from Pensick at camp. I'm not going to be walking around like, nobody wants to see somebody walk around with a cell phone at Pensick. I'm a nurse up at a hospital, and it's like, it's supposed to be a cardiac nurse. That's how I started, but now we're just an everything nurse. It used to be cardiac patients only. If they're sending, let me do a set, and I'll tell you exactly how my job got, I wouldn't say demoted, but our floor now is like an everything floor. But let me tell you about it. Let me do another set so I can cross this off as 5 sets of 120. Who's sending me messages? Hold on. I don't know why it wouldn't show up like normal. She's looking for some books that I got. I gotta dig them up. Alright, Plague, hey, thanks. Hey, if you get some Pell work in, good luck with your workouts today. Let me get this set of 120. So there will only be, there's just one live stream tomorrow. It's going to be in the morning after I get off work. I got to fix the truck too. that'd be a full set. Let me tell you what happened, Boothert, if you're still there, about my job. So when I started, like 10 years ago, I applied to be a cardiac nurse, everybody. This is where we're at. Well, like 3 or 4 years later, we started taking stroke patients. So I was a cardiac and stroke patient. But back in the day, if they're like, hey, this person's coming up for pneumonia, I'd be like, okay, you know, that's not like appropriate for this floor. It's just pneumonia. So they would go send them somewhere else. Over the years, it became like, well, all right, we still get all the cardiac patients like that have like super fast heart rates, like uncontrolled AFib, slow heart rates. We get people like in the 20s, heart rate of 20s in the 30s. Same as like 160s up to like 220. And then we have you know, like people with blockages, people with having active heart attacks, stuff like that. We get them from the ER though, so they go through the ED. As long as they're stable enough, which they consider stable, to get R4. So we still get all that. But now we get strokes. And after the strokes, then they started saying, well, now you can get, this person has a body temperature of like 91. And you're like, okay, like this is, it's so stupid. The CCU doesn't take patients like they should. So, yeah, we kind of get everything. Not surgical patients, but, you know, now we get COPD, people that are on a continuous BiPAP, which is that mask they put on the machine. Doesn't go in you, but it sits on your face and makes you breathe. Oh, wait. What? He had AFib like while you were like underwater? Hey! Gurprit. Sing. Are you? Awesome. So let's not do the longsword. It's not exactly like the exact same as martial arts when you're fighting the MMA, but it kind of is. So we'll do a set with the sword. Hey, thanks for hitting that like. The next couple sets we'll do with the sword. The kind of moves we do in our martial arts, they're like Western martial arts. Man, if somebody has favorite thing about Boohurt fighting, oh, I like the physical part of it. It's a really physical sport. There's not much like in life ever growing up I did that was physical. I played soccer. It's not that physical. My mom never let me play football. Maybe a good thing, I don't know. So I played soccer. I never had the physical part like where you're punching or kicking or getting hit either. So I think I was missing that kind of. I like that I can go out there and just do this to somebody. But not just that, because if I would have just missed that, I would have done UFC. But I also like, all my toys growing up were like knights and things like that. So I like to be able to do it while in armor. Oh, luckily on a pier, yeah. Man, if somebody gets AFib, it's a huge stroke risk. Just like you get a scab on your skin, when blood sits there too long, if blood's sitting in your heart too long because it's pumping like all crazy, you get like a little clot and it goes wherever it wants, once you get one. Yeah, I don't know. If you're ever underwater and somebody's got AFib, give them some kind of a, I don't know, some kind of a blood thinner. Eat all the ginger that you guys have in the storeroom, or an Eliquis. Give them an Eliquis if someone takes an Eliquis, I guess, so you can see the doctor. At least you get some protection from a stroke. But yeah, if you don't have like any meds or anything and someone's in AFib, like it's a huge stroke risk. A lot of people don't even know they have it. So we can do in this MMA stuff, like knees, elbows. We can't do. You can grab people, like throw them on the ground, but in our martial arts to the armor, you can't do things like you can't do like an arm bar or a triangle choke, things like that. But so it's not as cool as like regular martial arts in that aspect. To answer that, to add to that comment about training martial arts definitely come in handy though, especially when you're going through all the grappling moves. When you're doing things, you know, and you want to throw somebody on the ground or be able to keep ground control and stuff. Let me finish this set. I'll be right back to chat. Nate, I always appreciate your questions. I'm sorry sometimes I miss them, so I'm glad that sometimes you take the time to retype it. Oh, is the church bell ringing? That means it's 5 o'clock. Yo, oh, seamstress, thanks for that heart me. Hey! We're gonna pick it up a set for that. The next set's gonna be a little more intense, everybody. Cody, thanks for the follow. Cody Tank. There's all kinds of formats. There's weapon strikes only. There's the format where you can punch and kick and fight on the ground. And those all have all different kinds of like selection. You can use swords, axes, all kind of stuff. And Nate, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get to that one saying. Same with Twisted. And then there's the whole team stuff for Cody. I gotta answer this question. It's my dog. Thanks for hitting that likes. Thanks for not disappearing while I went blank there for a second. So, let's get back to this questions. Deadlifts. I don't, my armor total, Twisted. I don't do legs. I don't do any kind of weights. I don't lift weights at all. This is all sword fighting in my backyard stuff. Weights aren't gonna help me do what I do, because I don't really do the melee team stuff. I can make a whole video on it, because we get that discussion sometimes that weightlifting doesn't benefit me at all. Only stuff like this. The ladder drills I do, although I've been kind of slacking. I used to do them like 3 times a week. Now I do them like once or twice a week if I'm lucky. Nate, I'm gonna get to you in 1 second though. Weightlifting doesn't help me. I don't do squats, deadlifts. While it would benefit me in general, which is true, and for wearing armor, it'd make wearing armor easier, but at the same time, I don't have the time to do that as also, so I don't bother with weights at all. Yeah, you know, and Nate, like, yes, boo the hurt, do that for sure. That's crazy. Glad you guys were docked. Nate, yo, everybody who just tuned in, Nate, too. The duels where you don't punch, the duels where it's just hitting with swords. If you wanted to be in the most accurate reenactment kind of duels, look up harness fectin. But if you want like the kind of like more physical aspect of it, just without the poking, then do boo hurt. And boo hurt duels are probably the most tame things you could ever do. I've almost never seen anyone get hurt in duels. It's usually because their fingers slipped out of their gauntlet or something happened like that. A regular duel is the most tame thing you can do, where you can hit somebody with a sword and match your skills against them. What's up there, Fana? Hey! Welcome. Here we go. Nate, if you have a sword and you hit somebody in armor with a sword like this, I would say it does not totally not hurt, but it like, you'll barely even notice you're getting hit. Now, if you get into the ones where you can punch and kick, that's a little different. You feel those. But like a sword strike, Yeah, sword fighting, like sword and shield, sword and buckler, are probably the least injuries you'll ever come across in your life in armored fighting. Now, once you get to polearm, that's a totally different story. You can get knocked out, concussions, broken fingers, broken collarbones. Yeah, see? Nate, Mishak, who's all here? Let's do a shout out, everybody. Boo the Hurt, Seamstress. Hey, Geo's back, all hitting that button to get the badge for hitting that like button. Mark, Cleo is here. Wow. Hey, Cleo, if you're working, I should ask you how that job's been going. Charlie, Wombo, Jat, Tata, Nell, and Ego. What's up, everybody? Yo, Zuki, what's up, Grey Matter? I was just talking about you a little bit ago, how we had that conversation about buckler the other day. See? Seamstress knows what's up with armor. Run this fade. I don't know what the fade is. Wombo. I'm clueless to a lot of things. You'd have to explain now a little bit more. What's up there, Grey Matter? Let's see. I'm gonna keep peeking at chat. Don't worry. Boost my live. What's this mean? Let me see what TikTok's telling me. Boost my live. Let's see. Boost your live. It's probably going to pay. I've never paid to boost anything on here. Yeah, it's telling me to go live with others. Okay. Well, we're gonna do that one day. Yo, thanks for the follow, Coffee Whale. Is it Coffee Whale or Coffee Whale? How do you say it? Where's the accent? All right. Probably gonna ask you to pay for boost. Yeah, I think that's what. Well, actually, it's talking about co-hosts with people, which we're gonna do. I've never spent money to boost a video. Never will. Probably never will. I should make some crazy killer highlight reel of all my fights over the years and just boost that. Get it to 75 million views. Am I on the camera? Whoa! Nothing like missing when you're holding it by one hand. Yo, thanks for the follow, Robert. What's up? This is my practice. It's a Purple Heart Armory. I have to shine it up a little bit, which I do at times. Rolled tip longsword. It's probably 195 bucks. I've had this sword for probably 4 years. It's the first the cross guard is really getting loose at all. I'd have to take the grip apart to see if it's wood underneath. It looks like wood. There's wood usually, and it gets beat down over the years, and can get a little loose. My favorite practice longsword. I bought it from Purple Heart Armory. That'd be a set of 120. You can use this in HEMA. Oh, good question. It has a bend to it. Look here, and here's the important thing for HEMA. See how I can bend it? That's not a good view. I'll show you the total. See how it has a bend? That's so in HEMA, you can use it for HEMA because if you do use it to thrust at people, see how it'll bend? Takes some of that force out of it. My best Boohurt longsword does not bend at all. Day 36. 107,694. And 108,794, something like that. Oh, that reminds me. We're gonna do a little mini set. Yo, thanks for the. Was that another follow? Hey, and Moss, what up, Moss? Jade, thanks for getting the gifter badge for that like button. Guess what today's highlight video is gonna be? I'm screen recording this, and we're gonna speed up a whole hour, like by 10, and it's just gonna be this fast forwarded times 10 or something like that. So you'll just see chat going and me going all over the place. It's not going to be one little clip. It's going to be the entire broadcast. Oh my. Robert, thanks for the follow. Mark M, what's up? Next broadcast is going to be in the morning. I'm probably going to fix my truck live and come hit the dummy right after. I need to fix the body, which is going to be fun. It'll just be me putting putty in there and letting it dry. My Pensic mobile is almost ready. I'm in debt. I already wrote this set on there. Alright, so we are at 108,794. Oh man, what's up, Frank? What's up? Yeah. Oh, ER, I did. ER, let me show you what I did it with. I did it with this. So, a couple broadcasts ago, for the 100,000th strike, right? I went even better than a sword. I went and got my sharp. This is my English bill. Ooh, there must have been a spider in there. And I barely tapped it with this, and it sliced the dummy right open. As a matter of fact, you might not be able to see it, but I'm sticking my finger through the hole. He has a real belly button now because I just barely tapped it with this, and it kind of just shredded it. So, just if you do want to know, I don't know exactly when it will be, but the very last broadcast, that's why I say all donations are going towards a new dummy, because the last broadcast, we're going to hit it with sharp swords, which includes this, and some sharp long swords. I'm going to just set this out here so I don't go off camera too long. But yeah, it sliced, the problem is it sliced the dummy like no effort. I barely touched it. I think it was a subscriber only video. If not, I'll make it a subscriber only video. I just barely tapped the dummy and just like sliced right through him. So I thought, yeah, let's not do the sharp swords. So I have tried it. In the very last broadcast, we're gonna hit it with sharps. Oh, is it? Oh man, thanks for the feedback, Cody. I hate that the stream wasn't doing well. Well, thanks for the feedback, because for one, that's important to me to know how it's going. Cody, thank you for saving. Let me know whatever's going on with the quality. Looks like I have all full Wi-Fi signal. I don't know what was up with it. I hate when it doesn't work. Yeah, blunt swords. The thing is, I was using my actual training sword, my steel blunt sword, but it kind of, the wear and tear on it of just hitting it like tens of thousands of times was a little bit much, and it actually snapped part of the inside where the tang goes down into the grip. So that's why I kind of stick with this. I was looking at Cult of Athena for like, they have a, yo, Soren again. Thanks for getting that like badge. I did talk to Cult of Athena for a good sword for the Pell, but it's like $400. I'm really not trying to spend $400 on a sword right now. Let me get some work in. I'm coming back to chat. I will scroll up to make sure we didn't miss anything. You know what, Cody? I bet you I'm gonna prop this door open. There's a big wooden door here. Let me make sure that's open all the way. All right. Maybe a little bit of that wooden door got in the way of the Wi-Fi signal. Almost done. It's super hot out here. That's why I'm just in under. Well, it's not underwear. These are my these are my sports shorts. Yo, Trent. Just time to explain. It's really hot outside. That's why I'm just in my athletic underwear. Hitting this dummy 1 million times in a year or less. We are actually just barely above goal. If we keep it up, it'll take 330 days. We're almost at 11% of the way to 1 million. And if you click up here where I'm waving my hand, if you were interested, you can see some of my cage match highlights and some of my team's highlights. Let me do this. Let me do another set. So let's get another set in, and we'll check chat. I don't want to miss chat, but I'd also like to get in a couple thousand hits, and we're getting close to time. Oh, hey, there's my 21. That's a random number. I totally forgot for Seamstress's donation there. This is a donation set, everybody. I said I was going to do one, I didn't. So for the donation, we go a little bit more all out. All right, we owe 2. I believe we owe 2 to the totals. Yay, yay. Headphones, is that headset headphones for the icon? Yo, what about that squirrel? Headphones. Everybody, thanks for hitting that like button. We're getting there. How waffle. Bert. with the humor. All right. Make sure I didn't miss anything on here. Oh, ER, if you're still there, my the longsword is a steel sword. Hold on. Thanks for the share, Joseph. Chivalry 2 IRL. Yeah, Andrew, if you ever see me doing stuff like this, it's so I can read. Like when I'm moving around now I can't see the names. I do. I got knocked out pretty good in my last cage match. I'm wearing a cup to kind of keep to keep it within the terms of service. I would just be in my underwear if I didn't think that being in underwear a problem. So these are actually my sport. I wear this under my armor. You know what I mean? Like that's a close-up. So we do hit each other pretty hard. This is just like from blocking shots with swords. Oh wait, I'm getting behind on chat. But Andrew, yeah, there was a squirrel jump around the tree above me one time. Oh, Cody, hey, thanks for checking out. Yeah. Garage, I only do sword stuff. Is that Rough Killa? No, Rough Killa's not here. I thought I saw Rough Killa. Yeah, I don't do, like I will show you, I don't go to the gym. I just swing swords. That's why I don't have much chest muscles. This is all from swinging swords in my backyard. Minus the footage that you haven't seen where I do a little bit of cardio. I post it sometimes. The only other thing I really do are ladder drills and stuff for cardio, jump rope. Longsword. But yeah, I got knocked out pretty good in my last cage match. It'll be a year when we do have our next hometown cage matches. I've been doing really good in just duels, so I haven't been focusing on the MMA stuff so much right now. We got like 4 more Boo Herd events to qualify for Team USA, so I'm focusing on 4 events, which are just weapon strikes. After that, we'll get back into the MMA, the cage fighting and stuff, but right now, like, I don't want to get knocked out or something happen to jeopardize, like, I've been winning medals this year. I don't want to not win medals because I got knocked out again or something. I got knocked out pretty good. The funniest thing, I'll tell you about it. Let me do a set. Block. 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 Get in the chat in 1 minute. That'd be a set of 100, not 120, like the usual longsword sets we were doing. So when I got knocked out, I was out for about 3 seconds. So here's the funny thing. The sounds are kind of, some of the sounds of my pommel being loose. My crossguard being loose. My last cage fight was here in Pittsburgh. The guy I was fighting, I beat the crap out of him last year. We had a rematch. Long story short, I was focusing because he was punching me real hard with his shield. So I was kind of trying to block those. Not really paying attention. Should have been guarding my head a little bit more. He has this sword that has like a D-ring on it. And he hit me like in the side of the helmet. So like I was like just out. But the funny thing was, like, when I fell back, I fell like into the cage. And since the cage was kind of bowed out, it kind of caught me. And I would have just slid onto the ground. But he immediately jumped on me. And it was like, punch me, like kneeing me. And I was like totally knocked out. And for about 3 seconds, you know. And then I'm really just getting like beat up in the cage. And I started to remember, like, oh, hey, I'm fighting. Like, and I'm thinking, like, I need to move or they're going to stop it. So I started like, kind of like going like this with my shield. So, okay, now I'm moving. And armor works really well. So he's like punching me, hitting me. And I'm not really like getting messed up, but that I did get knocked out. So then I got away and I threw him on the ground. Yeah, And I won the round. Even though I was knocked out for 3 seconds, I won the round. But then the next round, I lost the second round, and it was going to go to a tiebreaker. They're 2-minute rounds. And I was so, like, not feeling it because I was kind of like, I think I had got a concussion pretty good. So I forfeited the third one. So, Ismail, hey, yo, Everlina, thank you for getting that, like, badge. Thanks for the follow. Bannock, making sure we don't miss anything here. Heavy combat in SCA, yes. Oh, I'm heading to Pensick next week, everybody. Yeah, there's nothing like, man, I threw him on the ground after I was knocked out. Like, dude, I thought I won that round. It's crazy. I had such an adrenaline rush. But here's how messed up I was. After I forfeited, right, I went outside. I'd taken my stuff off. I set it down, and within a minute, like, I forgot where I put everything. And I think it just got hit so hard, and for a couple days I kind of was out of it. So the armor I have for like who was I forget already. Who was that about talking about SCA heavy? SCA heavy. Oh yes, the Rat Marshal. Yes, and so I have a couple sets of armor. My SCA armor is probably about 50 pounds. My team armor, when we're fighting in teams, my black and yellow armor, like in my picture up here, weighs about 110 pounds with everything on, and my dueling armor weighs 29. So it depends what you want to do. For duels, I like to be able to be out there and jump around. And just to mention it, Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna be wearing my armor for the live stream. Oh yeah, another set of 100. Well, everybody, we're getting a good bit of sets in here. Time is it? About 10 minutes, so I gotta go because I got work tonight and I gotta get ready for work. Oh. I'm 46. Half the people I fight are like half my age. Well, a little bit older than that. The guy who got me into this wears full plate armor, and he is, I think he's 67 now, and he was fighting in full plate armor up to his like mid-60s. About 2 years ago, he like officially retired, and he wore a full suit of heavy freaking red plate armor. And he was 65. Last time I fought him, he was 65. Also, when he was 65, he did this crazy thing for his birthday where he fought 65 duels in a row. HEMA duels, but still. Can you imagine that when you're 65? What's up there, Cougar? What's up there, James? We'll see if we can get like 4 more sets in. 1,000. Alright. Let's see if we can get some more sets in. I'm coming back to check chat. These are more like stand in place, get some reps on the dummy. And if you notice, I'm trying to consciously bring my sword back because a lot of times I don't. And I'll sit there and I'll hit it with a shield and my sword's still here and I have to draw it back. And I start doing that, so I'm trying to make a habit of bringing it back. There goes the church bell again. It's 5:30. That half hour flew by. Bro, I will take a screenshot of that. I don't know who you are. I'll be back on TikTok later. DC Cowboys. Let me take a screenshot again because I couldn't see it because of the glare. I will check you out later. For the proof, Seamstress by Night, earning that #1 gifter badge again. Thank you. My favorite, so as fighting, because you're only gonna get 3 or 4 hits off. My favorite things are this. You jam this right in her, depending on what kind of helmet, and like right in her eye slot. You aim for the eye slot, and you try and catch the edge inside their eyepiece. And then you can go, and you keep it fully locked, shoulder blade down, arm out, locked in place, and that way you can move forward or whatever, trying not to let them collapse your elbow on you. So fully straight out and just go to town like this. Or the dummy doesn't have legs. Usually you on the legs too. From a distance. You know, this is a decent guard to be able to block stuff. I usually hold my sword here from a distance, get a couple shots off, and then all of a sudden you go. And then you do that sword to face punch. I like that, and a lot of times I just like the one where it's like. Probably my 3 most overused things. And something like that. Let me finish this set. I'm pretty sure this is over 100. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm pretty sure it is. And I think I forgot to write down a whole set of 100 too, which I start to do sometimes. I gotta work on that. But we are at 1,621 for the day. Let's move this so I can see. Yo, bro, just stock. No, this is my cup I wear for fighting. Trying to keep it within the terms of service here on this app. I don't think having regular underwear would be good. We're gonna move this over here. Now everything's in the shade. Now we can see. Chivalry 2 practice. Oh, I'm missing a lot of chat, everybody. Oh. Good exercise. Hey, here, Johnny, if you're still here, it is. Oh, you're the one about that mention that combo. Yeah, those are my 3 favorite combos. Everybody can check out up here where my hands are. If you click on my avatar, you can see some of my cage matches. You can see my pinned video is one of my cage match highlights and one of my team fighting highlights. You can fight with other people on teams. It's great. Linux user, Linuxer, thank you. Cody, I don't know where they're at, but the AMMA was on tour. If you're in Austin, I don't know where Austin is on the map compared to Dallas. Dallas and Houston have boo hurt teams. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Yes, but that is why I just have a cup. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in chat. I'm doing this to practice. This is like Chivalry 2 practice for fighting in armor. Yo, and Kiddu, thank you for the follow. Masha, I didn't think I was trying to. Was I doing something like this? Tell you what, I actually have a steel one that I use over top of that I have a steel cup that I wear, and boy am I glad that I do, because if you see this, you can just imagine, you can probably just imagine what some of those sword hits are like, getting hit in that area. Kind of sucks. Alright everybody, here we go. We got a couple more sets for everyone who's still tuned in. Why, boy, everybody likes to come by when I have to get ready to go to work at night. But here we go, we got a couple hits to do still. I will get to chat in 1 minute. About 30 to go before I get to chat. Boop. Let me show you where we're at with the countdown here. We're on day 36. We are on a whole bunch. Did a lot of chatting today, which is good. Which means we're a little behind on the actual totals. Tomorrow's live stream will be about 7 a.m. Papa, these are my shorts. Now we're in the shade. When we started, no joke, it was like 90 degrees out here again. Wait till it's winter. I'll be out here in like my whole snowboarding suit, swinging the sword around. I wore my snowboarding boots out here last winter for a live, and I was out here for 30 minutes and I could not feel my feet. I actually think I almost had frostbite, like legit. Let me grab this. Get another set in here. What time is it? A couple sets, everybody, just so you know. I gotta be at work. I work overnight. The next broadcast is gonna be about 7:30, 8 in the morning tomorrow. So that's let's see, what time is it? 5. Like 15, 16 hours now, we'll be live again. I'm usually live about this time of the day. Any donations go towards a new dummy. As you can see, he's getting a little beat up. Plus you get in the hall of the literal credits for today for the highlight video. Today's highlight video is going to be this whole episode just sped up like times 10. It's for like a screen recording. Let's see, what else? That's nice. We're up to 2 subscribers. We got some subscriber benefits. And Friday, if everything goes right, Friday we're having a charity stream for my friend. One of the people who fight in armor, a really great guy, passed away unexpectedly. So people have been kind of raising money for him with events. And my way to raise money is going to be, it's either going to be Thursday or Friday. And all the money I'm going to donate to his fam. Training to fight in armor, known to fight me for an hour straight. I posted online, no one would do it, so I decided to hit the dummy a million times instead, which is cool, because now we have an ongoing series. What's up, everybody who's just tuned in? Yo, Clint. Yo, Just. Yo, Brian. Yo. I don't know how to read that. That looks Greek. I can't read Greek. I can read some Cyrillic, everybody. Couple more sets. Hey. You're right, but it's for Boohurt, and we're not killing each other. So chopping, Boohurt is just a chopping sport. So everything I'm doing here is for the sport. If we were allowed to, like for real, I would be trying to like get this up and, you know, poke into areas where there's no armor, things like that. Of course, which you are correct about. Totally correct, but for the sport, it's just a chopping game. So that comment is totally true. Like, hey, and Caleb, thanks for hitting that button. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, geez, you could do that to this kind of content. David, we're gonna be LARPing the next 2 weeks. Yeah, like the most common attacks in Boohurt, the sport I'm training for. I'm just telling you. Look up where my avatar is. You'll see like my cage. I have a cage match of mine pinned up there. There's no thrusting, so it is just a chopping game, and it's totally correct, that comment. Like, this does nothing to somebody in armor. The blunt force of shield punches actually can help try and knock your opponent out, but for the most part, and it's just points, so it's clean hits with the weapon. And let's see where we're at here. Hey, what's up, Joshua? All right, we're at 542. So let me get the totals of the day. Here's where we are for those last couple sets. Thanks everybody who tuned in just even for just now. I would encourage you to, if you want, come back in the morning. New York City time. About 8 a.m. I should be back on. Day 36. We're 8, 9. We're like 109. We're at 109,750, something like that. Pretty close. A rough estimate. Everybody who donated, even if it's just a coin, will be in the highlight video that'll be uploaded here in a little bit. Yeah. Caleb, the most accurate, if you're doing this, is look up the most accurate armored recreation that I can think of is harness fectin. Harness fectin, like F-E-C-H-T-E-N or something like that. Because then you can hit with a sword, but you can also, which does literally absolutely nothing in armor, but then you can also do this stuff where you can take your sword and grab it and poke people in the soft parts. You know what I mean? That's the most accurate. This Boohurt stuff is not the most accurate. To me, it's the most fun. That's why I do it. But tomorrow, everybody, at about probably about 8 a.m., we'll be back on for a little bit. Yo, everybody's just tuning in right now. Man, I hate to say it, but I gotta go. I got ready for work, everybody. Give a follow or something, or tune in tomorrow. Thanks for all the likes. 6.3 thousand, which is crazy. Thursday or Friday, I'll probably be back around this time, but tomorrow's gonna be early morning. Hey, thanks for likes at the last second there and the follow. We have a lot of broadcasts to do. About 330 days till we hit the goal. So, and the next 2 weeks, if I can, as long as I get good cell phone service, we're streaming from medieval camp. For 2 weeks straight, I'll be at medieval camp. We're dressed all medieval tents, maybe live stream some cool stuff from there. So, yo, and Riker at the last second, thanks for getting that gifter badge. But I need to get ready for work. I'm a nurse at a hospital overnight, and I need to get there on time. So I need to get a shower and ready. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for the chats and the talks. See you soon, everybody.